Good afternoon. This is Ken at Tortoise Capital with the review of the closure report for May 11th, 2020. So we had a slight gap down, found support at the skin of the dragon, closed strongly, pushed to a new, took out yesterday's high, almost approached that 10-day high, not quite, but made some progress, closed pretty well with price at 292. We have strong support at the low of the day, at the spine of the dragon, positive slope, that's good. RL30 extension positive, that's good. PSAR is solid, sloping up, that's good. Have support at the spine of the dragon, skin of the dragon, the PSAR is strong support, and then the 10-day low, which will be the 10-day low for a while. 10-day high, we're getting ready to miss that in a couple days, so we're really pushing north pretty well. So that was a strong day today after a kind of a rocky start. Still in the fall, well above the Bollinger Band mean. Market looks good. What worked today? The S&P was basically flat. Facebook, Walmart, tech was good. Cisco was good. Home Depot was good. Those are ones that we framed from this weekend. Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, healthcare, all good. Gilead was great for us intraday on a turbo that became a swing on some good news with their medicines being rolled out. What was worse? EFA and Diamond slightly worse. Russell marginally down. Emerging markets down. Treasuries down. Getting into what was definitely worse. Mexico, oil, real estate, basic industries, energy. Now we're getting into really bad finance, oil exploration, the materials like Cliff and Cat. Brazil was poor, Boeing worse, Alcoa down along with the whole XLB sector, U.S. Steel down big. Virgin Galactic suffering, Wynn given back, and Simon Property Group. So, key leaders in the tech area led the way north. So let's go through a speed run now and see what we have. Okay, so let's get up to Alcoa. We had the turbo setup, never broke out, tightened up in a doji. That makes it even better for the breakout play. So I'm going to tighten up that inside day trade frame just like that and take it in either direction with the yellow box as the initial risk. Um, Apple, we are long from here. We've moved our stop to here. Today was a good strong day. We're still long on a tech leader. I should have gotten the second position in today. I played it turbo, but didn't follow through with an extra swing. I'm worriedly optimistic here. We got long on Amazon on the breakout of the turbo frame. Moved our stop up to the low of the day. Aussie dollar. We exited today here. We had entered long from here, and on Friday we had moved our alert signal up to here, and then as it started selling off today, we just split the difference and took it there, and now we are flat. Dang it. Flat in the Aussie dollar here. So a nice couple 3 days of a move. I felt like we gave it room to run. Boeing, we had set up the turbo here, and we got short on weakness when it gapped down below the low of the day, and we turbo traded with the hybrid frog and kept a piece. So I got my wide swing stop, and we're short from the red line. I will add another position short if it breaks out of the river, and another one here if it breaks below this support level. We are still watching and waiting in cat. We had been long. Our alert was here. It gapped open to here, so we basically scratched, and now I'm just waiting to see what this is going to do, along with the whole XLB series. So it's in a key moment of indecision there. Cliff, we also got out of that one today, so we had been long from here. We'd moved our stop to our alert moved to there. It gapped down slightly, and then as it was selling off towards here, we just executed the alert, gave it as much room as we could to run, and now we are flat in Cliff. Cisco, we'd been long 1, 2, 3, got a long an extra one today. It was moving nicely, and then the whole market kind of rolled over, and it just felt like, on a 4-bagger, let's go ahead and enjoy cashing that one at about a 1.5 Z up the scale. So I feel like we got as much out of that one as we really could, and very pleased with that trade. Lumber, we had set up the turbo trade here, and basically looking at the skin of the dragon, and we got long here when it broke. Whoops, we got long when it broke out above that line, and our stop is here, and we're long. Let's see, Chevron just stalking. The energy sector is just cooling off a little bit. Diamonds pulled back into that long trading range that we've been watching, so it couldn't really keep that breakout. Devon Energy, we are long from here. Our stop is here. Today was just a neutral kind of day. We're still long, respecting that stop. Got no action on EEM. We're going to keep the original trade box turbo. EFA, we're long from here. Our stop is still here. Still feels pretty good. Trying to decide where to add a second one. I think we're just going to keep one on that one. Japan, we are long from here on Friday. Got the favorable gap and strong finish. I'll add a second position there. Stop is here. Let's lock in a fraction. Mexico, we were long 1. Then it gapped to here, rose, and then started falling, so we just took it basically when it came back to the exit, and now we're flat. There wasn't much to gain. This was one, I thought about on Friday, but wanted to give it a chance to run, and that didn't pay off. Brazil, we are still flat. We had covered this on Thursday, or on Wednesday, and then I feel like I should have gotten short on this one today, but didn't have the will. Facebook, just watching it grind north. Tech is still working. We are long Gilead today. We had been short and covered Thursday. Friday we observed. Monday it had some good news and opened, and then basically took straight off. We got it turboed. I decided to keep a piece with our entry from the skin of the dragon. It closed very well. I'm going to lock in again like to there, and we're still long. I think I want to add another position if it takes out the PSAR, and then not sooner than breaking out of Z2. That's probably going to be the target. Watching Google grind, so we got XLK instead because it's affordable. Home Depot, we are long from here. Our stop was down here. We got the turbo entry from here, and so I moved my stop from here, and I would just want to lock in again. Home Depot has been a winner and strong, so we'll keep that one. Long still from here in the Russell. Our stop was there. We are going to move our stop alert to the skin of the dragon. Still long. Stalking. Real estate. McDonald's, just stalking. It's going nowhere. Microsoft, we got long today with a stop here. Finally. Dummy. Just stalking steel. That whole area it feels fairly valued, and if anything, it's starting to look weak in that area. Um, Cached clean energy here. Got back to flat on it. This was a 1, 2, 3 long positions. Put our exit signal here. It gapped down to that, so we just took it at the exit. Good trade. Stalking oil. Silver, we had been long from here. We'd moved our signal up to the low of the day. Today it gapped up, and as it started selling off, I just took it at the edge of the river here, and now we're flat. Let's go down and look at Wheaton while we're here. Wheaton, it was the same deal. I'm sorry, we actually exited that one Friday, and there was no play on it today. So that feels like a good capture Friday and not carrying that over the weekend. I finally got one right. Just stalking Virgin Galactic. That rebound that's going to be a really good hybrid frog because it was a big gap down, had a lot of volatility, closed kind of strong. So there's still room for it to go all the way back up to 22. But if this starts failing down, then that's going to be really good for a hybrid frog. So let's watch that one. Shh, we're working here, Missy. Simon Property Group, just stalking. This is one I feel I missed today on the short side. Should have had that one. But this will be, if it breaks through the PSAR and flips, that's going to be a good one for short side. So let's set that one up. Now that it's in the bottom half of the river, let's set that one up like this. Move that rascal out of the way. So we're going to set this one up as a turbo in either direction and still respect the second entry on either end of that bracket. Treasuries still flat. This is another one I feel like I missed. I'm very happy with that exit on Friday. And but that's one that I missed. And now that it's down at Z2, that's going to be very interesting from a hybrid frog intraday play, because this is the same price level that you'll notice really rewarded this move, and now it's already back down to that level. So I think I want to try to play a really tight turbo with that one. Treasuries are in a very critical state. I like them. Tesla, just observing, almost an identical day. Twitter, still grinding. Let's see, go to oil. It didn't break out at all, so we'll just keep that turbo trade in play. Walmart got long on the turbo breakout to the upside, wide stop. Feels good. I'll add a second position right up here. Wheaton, we've seen win. Just stalking, feels like dead money. Boy, I almost want to get short that one on a PSAR break. I think I will. This one would be short only. If it breaks below that. U.S. Steel felt like it was rolling over. It was weaker than Nucor. Has more room to fall. Excuse me. So I got short from here and a tight stop there, and it closed weakly. So I would look at adding a second position short if it broke out of the dragon. That's a speculative one. Materials also speculating short, and there's the PSAR. So I'll add a second position there. Nothing to fear here. Energy. What do we have on this one? Oh yeah. So we were long from here. Our alert was there. It gapped and then rolled over. Gave it a half a second, and cashed the gain from the green to the red. But now we're flat. Got what was there. Finance. I feel like I missed the short on this one. it penetrated the dragon and then rolled over and closed poorly. So I think by the next or short the next day's weakness, and I'll go long that one also. Let's see. This is tech. So we are long one from here. We added two. That felt really good the other day, and then we moved our stop in to lock in essentially, the gains on three. And if we get a nice day tomorrow, I'll add a fourth one there. Let's go. Tech. Turbo breakout on healthcare today worked. Wide stop. Let's give them room to breathe. And oil and exploration. This is one where I felt like that long run up had started to collapse, and if it had broken below the dragon, I was ready to go short with 3 instead of 1, but it didn't do that. And instead, what it did was break out to the upside. So we're long 1 from here with a wide stop. If this breaks through here, I will stop and reverse with 2. So I'm going to keep that 3 in place, but then that will cash 1 and then go short 2. So I'm long 1, but I'm ready to play that one with volatility. Okay, so that's the speed run for the swing portfolio. See you at the Strategy Podcast later tonight. Take good care.